Okay, good morning. Um, so I am finally getting things up and running with the job club. I've been fighting with it all morning, and I want this to be a lesson to everyone about being flexible during tough times. With that being said, this is week 2 of quarantine COVID-19 job club virtual job club. Um, I want to say good morning to everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody had a productive week. Um, I want to go over some house cleaning stuff and then we're going to jump right in. I'm going to try to be very conscious about everybody's time. I know people have been waiting since job club usually is from 11 till 12:30. I'm a little much late. It's 12:10, so I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I am recording through my Chrome book and I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. So everybody should be able to access YouTube. I'm still also recording the podcast as I speak. So if somebody wants to still listen to the podcast, it's definitely available for you to listen to. Okay. So last week in Job Club, I was able to assign some simple work for everyone to do. The assignment was to I'm actually going to upgrade the assignment, but the assignment was to record yourself answering 3 job interview questions, but to record yourself on your cell phone so I can see, how you answer the questions with a camera in your face, your things like posture, things like terminology, things like how you're sitting in your home when you're doing so, how you're holding your phone, so I can give you some tricks and best practices on how to interview virtually with confidence and assurance. I have received absolutely no videos from anyone. No one has sent me anything. No one has told me that they were having issues. No one has told me, no communication at all about that. So I'm a little discouraged about that because we are continuing to send people's resumes out. We are continuing to share with you jobs that are hiring right away. And I am scared to my ankles about how you're going to do on video interviews or telephone interviews if we haven't had a chance to practice when every single one of you has reported to me that you have issues with interviewing in one way or another. So I really do want to encourage you to do that. And this is what I want to do. I actually want you to record yourself on your phone as before, but I also want you to upload it to YouTube and send me the link so I can watch it. So I couldn't send it via text. I couldn't get it to upload to your email. So all you have to do, and I will, if you need to, I will put instructions out there. You can do the video on your phone and the video automatically saves to your phone. And then you go to YouTube, and everybody has to have an account with YouTube to listen to YouTube. And if not, it takes a few minutes to sign up through your email. And it gives you the option to upload a video. You upload that video and you're going to get a link. And I would appreciate that link. You can go into your settings and you can turn off who gets to see it, who don't get to see it. You can turn off comments. You can turn off all type of things. You can make it very private so that it's not just out there. I would really appreciate if that's the route that you take. If you still want to try to text it to me or email it to me, that is fine as well. But I would prefer, I want to go ahead and start like a YouTube video, like community for us, since YouTube has seemed to be the easiest platform to work with. Okay. Another thing that we did, or that I did, is I gave you all, before we went on this hiatus, we went through and worked on a very in detailed resume workshop. We talked about, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We talked about resume formats. We talked about what information should and should not be on a resume. And with that being said, I gave everybody the task of trying to work and do their own resume. And I said I want everyone to send them to me so I can see what you did, and then I should be able to do a quick overview and tell you where to tighten things up and switch some stuff around. And I have not received one new resume because I was getting overwhelmed with people sending like, do my resume, and I was reminded that I am not your personal assistant, but here to assist you, which is different. And so assist you means that you started out on your own, and then I'm here to help you pick up the pieces and make sure that it's clean and neat and ready to go. So if you all need an overview on that, I will do another recording to go over a resume workshop with you again, and then I want you to go ahead and hit the ground running and try to do your own resume, and then I will look over the resumes that you do and see how wonderful they are, and give you some suggestions and some best practices and some tips. Okay, moving right along. I posted a lot of links in the Google Classroom last week. So then Moises always posting great content, and I want to go ahead and give him a shout out for being so awesome and diligent in this process. But I want to go ahead and go over some of the stuff that I posted on the Classroom in Google, and also on the Facebook page as well. I posted videos for your kids. So I am 35 years old, and when I was coming up, there was something called Schoolhouse Rock that really, 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 really helped me with some of the stuff that I know and that I've learned. And some of you are younger parents, maybe never heard of Schoolhouse Rock, and some people who have maybe didn't know where to find them, but they are awesome, awesome, awesome short sing-along videos that teaches different subject matters. And I tried to put a video in there for several different subjects. They have English videos. One of my favorites is called Conjunction Junction. It's a video talking about conjunctions. Conjunction junction, what's your function? And then the guy says hooking up clause, and it's videos to show you how to hook them up, and they talk about it. It's really cool thing for you and your kid to do. You can refresh on some of your skills, and I don't care how old you are. Schoolhouse Rock is just fun, and I enjoy it, and I wanted to share it with you all. So I put some of those videos out there. I even put a video of my favorite children's book, one of, it's called Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Someone reading it, and you all can, all this stuff is meant to do as a unit, not you open up the computer or the tablet or the phone and you just hand it to your kid, but to sit down with your kid and actually go through some of the stuff with them together, fun activities that you can do with your kids. I believe I posted a video with a couple of science projects and that you can do with your kid that's kid friendly and only should mess up your house a little bit. So with kids, it equals mess. I want to share really quick a science fair project that I did when I was in 6th grade, and I only remember this project because I got an A on it. Oh no. So I did the which bread molds faster test. I know this is quarantine time and things could be a little tight, but if you have the extra resources, you take a piece of wheat bread, rye bread, and then a piece of white bread. And you want to talk about the different types of flour. This is a great cooking conversation, science conversation, chemistry conversation. This is just a great conversation to have with your kids. You want to talk about the difference between wheat flour, rye flour, white flour, and the different processes of how people cook the bread. It's a really fun process. And you can, if you don't know this stuff, you can Google it. Or you can go to YouTube and you can actually watch videos of how people make rye bread, how they make wheat bread, how they make white bread. And then you want to take those slices, it's one from each packet, so it's 3 slices of bread, and you want to put each of them in the same controlled substance. So if you're going to use a sandwich bag, use a sandwich bag for all 3 pieces. If you're going to use a plastic container, same for all 3 pieces, right? I recommend a sandwich bag because you can just throw the whole thing away when the project is over, and you never have to take the bread out. You never have to open it up. It can be sealed and be done. So you put 1 piece of bread in each sandwich bag, and then you put them in a dark space. Now, you want to start off with your hypothesis. Your hypothesis is basically an educated, thought out guess. When you learn that wheat flour and rye flour last longer than white flour, with that conclusion, you think that rye bread or wheat bread will take the longest to mold. That's your hypothesis. And so what you want to do is you want to put this bread in a dark space. I put mine in a cabinet where a lot of people keep their bread in like bread boxes and stuff. It's dark, so you want to put it in that environment. And every day you want to check the progress of the bread. Day 1, there's no change in none of the bread. Day 2, there's no change. But day 3, the crust seems to be hard on the white bread, not hard on the soft bread. And then by day 7 or 8 or 9, something like that, you should start seeing mold forming. So that's a fun, easy project. Excuse me, that you can do with your kids. Use the butt of the bread. Nobody eats the butt of the bread. Most people will throw out the butts of the bread. Use those pieces of bread so you don't feel like you're being wasteful. You know, this is just one of those things that it's fun to do to keep you active. I also posted a link to the workout that I do every day. It's nothing hardcore. It's nothing like you're gonna build up a sweat and your heart rate is gonna go up, but it's nothing too strenuous. It's a very low impact aerobics workout that lasts 15 to 17 minutes. It's a 1-mile walk at home workout by Leslie Sanson. No matter what fitness level you are at, beginner or intermediate or expert, you can do this workout. You can do it as slow or as fast as you like. Do it over and over again until you master it. What does it mean to master it? It means that you can, when you started off, you used to get winded and you had to stop midway, which is how I started. And now I can do the whole time, and I don't even be breathing hard, and I don't feel any distress from it. It's just building up your endurance. I recommend that you do these workouts because it is fun to keep your body moving, your body active during this time. Because during this time, I know, because it's me too, I am sitting a lot on computers, answering emails, answering calls, answering this, answering that, text messaging, going to have a food break, and all that. I don't get a chance to move a lot, at least in the office. I have to get up and walk to the front or walk to the back. And, so just to keep things moving and pacing, I recommend that you do it. If you're going to do it, try to stay consistent when you do it. If you do it in the morning, try to do it every morning. If you do it at night, try to do it every night. Just be consistent, okay? That's my recommendation. I also posted links and videos to webinars, free webinars, and free courses that you can take. Some of these courses are meant to enrich you, enlighten you, and help you develop as a human. And some of these courses are actually in coalition with some of the things we talked about. So there is an entrepreneur workshop that's been posted. There is a professionalism workshop that has been posted. And there also is a research workshop that has been posted. Some of these workshops are a couple of hours long, and some of these workshops are weeks long. And since we're not doing a lot right now, this is a good time to build you up as a worker, as a productive human being. It's just enrich your mind, keep your thought process going. Especially like the one I was super excited about was the research one. It shows you how to research different things, and knowing that you need to do research on these companies that you're trying to work for, I feel like this was a fantastic tool. And so I would love it if everybody took a few minutes and actually watch these webinars. I took a lot of time to research this stuff, you all, for you. And so please take advantage of this. And I look forward to hearing great reports on this and seeing people develop and having great conversations, because I will be taking most of these workshops as well, so we can have collective conversation and we can have a productive conversation about these workshops. There is a workshop on there about education in children, and so I thought that would be beneficial to my parents that are out there. There's a nutrition workshop out there, just some developmental workshops and free trainings and free learnings that I found that I thought would be beneficial to you. So you can't say to me, "Oh, Sam, I'm bored." Well, I'm trying to keep you busy. So please help me help you stay busy. Now, with that being said, we are going to move on. We are in minute 14. And I want to be conscious of everybody's time. I want to go over really quickly a few tips for interviewing virtually and for phone conversations, interview phone conversations. So the time is 12:24 p.m. and I've been on video for 15 minutes. So don't skip to this part. I know you've probably been watching this whole time, but sometime when people watch, they'll say, well, just skip straight to minute 15. That's when she started talking about like this and that. Watch the whole video. I took the time to like make notes and stuff so I can sound, as prepared as possible. So please take advantage of the information that I'm able to share. So though we are in these rough times, many jobs are still hiring. Please excuse me. I still have the text message. My boss is texting me. And so if you see me look away from the screen to look at my phone, it's not because I'm ignoring you or being rude, but I have to respond to my boss. I just want to say that because I'm going to be talking while I'm doing this as well. So a lot of jobs are still hiring. And they are looking to do interviews virtually like this. And the thing that I don't want people to fall prey to is being too comfortable. This is terrible. I cannot do this. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. So I don't want you to get caught in the comforts of home, messed up job interview as a virtual interviewer. So just a few simple tips, right? You want to make sure that you have a great posture while you're sitting on your interview. So back straight, shoulders squared, and you don't want to have a lazy sit like this. It's easy to sit like this. Trust me, this is way more comfortable than sitting up like this. You want to have your camera as eye level with you as possible to help ease some of that slouching of trying to do. So you want to have your camera kind of on level. So even if you don't have like a desk or something, you can actually use, I'm actually using DVDs and my Bible to hold my Chromebook up so high. You want to make sure that your hair is maintained, it's neat. You're not wearing a bonnet. Ladies, please, with the bonnets. You want to make sure that if you are going to wear makeup on your face, to not wear a lot, because you have to remember in video, things reflect a lot easier. Things reflect a lot easier, and a little bit goes a long way. So I just want you to be conscious of that. Make sure that there's no food in your teeth. Make sure your background is okay. It's a little sunny right now in my video. It's a little sunny in the background, so I apologize for that. But I'm sitting by the window. You can see it. But it's a little sunny. But you can still see me because I'm dark skinned, so I know you can see me just fine. You want to make sure that you're dressed, at least from the waist up, you're dressed professionally. Right now, I am wearing a Divi t-shirt, which is not professional at all. But you want to make sure, ladies, that you are not wearing a shirt that could be see-through. You make sure you're dressed presentable. Guys, you want to wear a polo, button-up, something like that. No t-shirts, no see-through blouses, no color red. Red is still a bad interview color. You want to make sure that if you are going to use headphones, I'm using headphones right now because I'm recording a podcast as I'm talking to you via video. But if you're going to use headphones because you are trying to make sure that you're only hearing them and you're only hearing you, and make sure that you keep one ear off though, so you make sure that you don't get too loud or that you don't talk too softly. So you want to keep one ear off. See, I have one ear off so you can kind of hear how your regular voice is talking. When you are talking, some of us use our hands to talk a lot. And you do not want to use your hands a lot while you're talking in video, because as you can see, that looks really weird. And I would not want to talk to me on video if I was doing this the whole time. You want to make sure that your background is pretty quiet. As you can hear, there is nothing happening in my background. The TV is on mute. And the counterpart who lives with me and my older sister is actually downstairs. But when I recorded this yesterday, she was up here with me. She just was courteous enough to be quiet while I was recording. So you just want to, have a communication piece with the people in your home and say, hey, I'm finna go on this interview. And if you don't have a quiet spot, be like, can you please be quiet for the next 10, 15 minutes? Let me do this interview. And if you can't find a place to be quiet, go to the bathroom. The bathroom is always a place of quiet. Just make sure that you use a piece of the wall that don't let them know you're in the bathroom. Eek, right? For phone calls, for phone interviews, those are so easy to do, like not the right thing, because they can't see you, you can't see them. Excuse me. Can't see you, you can't see them. But you want to sit in a upright position. So sit at the kitchen table and talk. Don't sit on your couch, because if you sit on your couch, you're gonna sound all lean back and relaxed and everything, and then they can tell. I promise you, they can tell this from a more perky, upbeat situation. So you want to sit in a chair, and you want to make sure that you smile while you're on the phone, because I can hear a smile versus somebody who is like making bad impression, like just holding their mouth and doing this. And I ask her, why should I hire you? And then you do this. Well, because I'm a hard worker. I can hear that attitude in your voice, even though I can't see you. So you want to be very cognizant of that, and you want to be sure that you are presenting yourself the best way possible. Now, I want to practice this. I am all about practice. I feel like this is the training ground. This is where you make your mistakes. So I'm going to give everybody my number again, and I want to get people's phone numbers. I want to call you during the week and have a phone interview with you. I want to have a video interview with you. I want everybody to participate in this. You cannot tell me that you're bored and then do nothing to help keep yourself busy. I am working really hard. Moises is working really hard. Abram and Von Shannon and Sharon are all working very hard to make sure that things are running as smooth as they can, and we need your cooperation. Okay? So, another thing that I wanted to point out is that Abram is constantly putting updates about what's going on with IDH, the IDEHS, and with SNAP and benefits. So I need you all to please read the articles that are posted. One of the things, as an African American in the United States, one of the things that got us free from slavery was knowledge and education and being able to read. Now that we are able to read, I need you all to practice it and use that skill. Please, everybody, not just black people, everybody needs to read. It's important. It's the one thing that keeps us all free. You can't hide things from us if we read. So please read the articles. You can't say that you did not know if it's in the article. I don't care if the article is 30 pages. Take 5 hours and read it. You can read it, put a piece down. Let me tell you really quick what annotation notes are. Taking notes is one thing, but annotation notes are another. If you are reading a large body of work, right? To me, a large body of work is 400 pages or more. But that may not be your story. A large body of work may be 5 pages for you, and that's okay. What happens is that you should take, like when you read something and you don't understand it, or it really stood out to you, you should underline it and put a side note next to the writing of what it is right there, so you can remember. So when you're going over again, like, I remember that. That's what happened right there. It helps you to remember the stuff that you're reading. It helps you to process, and it also helps you to start forward thinking. So do that. It will help you get through large bodies of reading. I know it's tough, but read every single article. Read every single line. Just read. Read. And if you don't have the ability to print something out and like write on it like I just suggested, then read it and take notes on what you just read. On page 1, paragraph 3, it stated this, and I felt this, so that you can go back and reference it. Have those conversations. Try to find new ways to talk about what COVID-19 is to your young one. There's a whole bunch of things that we can do, and I want people to start trying to do them. The busier we stay, the faster the time will progress. Okay? Medical assistant positions are available. Immediate hire for pickers and packers and forklift drivers are available. There's mechanics hiring, and I have a few jobs that I have received from the job club packet with the password that I've highlighted, and I'm gonna screenshot and put in the chat, just like I did with the correctional officer last week. I'm calling them feature jobs. I'm definitely calling them featured jobs of the week. And so I want people to start taking their own personal development a little bit more seriously. Um, People tell me all the time, "Oh, Sam, you're so smart," and blah 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 blah. I wasn't just born innately smart. Maybe I was, but as far as I know, I was not born innately smart. I take time and I develop myself. I read a lot. I take a lot of notes. I watch a lot of different things to enrich me. No matter how minute I think it is or how grand I think it is, I try it. And even if I feel like I didn't get it, I try it again. And so the main word for this week is we're trying this week. We're all going to pick something, a webinar that I posted, something that you find on your own, and we're going to develop ourselves. We're going to start to develop our minds, develop our thinking. We're going to not only talk to people who agree with our ideology, start talking to people who have different views on different things. And I don't mean just politics and religion. I mean different ways of eating. Something as simple as different ways of eating. I know people who don't like barbecue chicken. Do you like barbecue chicken? I'm actually not that big a fan. That's the last way I would actually prepare chicken. When was the last time you talked to someone who didn't like what you like? I don't personally like peanuts unless I'm putting them inside of a dark soda. That's a really odd thing. Have these different mind developing conversations. They don't always have to be deep and talking about religion and talking about politics and talking about finances. It doesn't always have to be that. It can be having a conversation about how you like to decorate your house. Whereas my house is very neutral tone. There's a lot of browns in my house. I have a friend who all of her house walls are yellow. So I like to talk to her and like, well, why are your walls yellow? You know, it's different than how I live. So just thinking about all that stuff, talking to each other. I created the Facebook group so that if you are on Facebook and you're able to take advantage of that, if you want to have like discussions, I'm going to start putting questions out there. Participate, communicate, learn how to be a little bit more social with people who don't look like you or people who look like you but in a different way. And let's see how much we develop over time. Okay? I'm really enjoying being able to reach you all this way. And I really hope that you enjoy it too. Again, if you need to talk to me, I am available to talk to. I'm really slow, unfortunately, on responding to text messages and stuff like that, but I do respond. So please, with sugar on top, pretty please do not text me. If you need something, you have a question, you can text me. My phone number is 773-896-7605. I will get the text. It might take me a while to get back to you because I am very busy, but I will get back to you. I'm here to help support you. I'm working from home and I'm working 2-3 different things, so I'm trying to hit it heavy. And but I am still here for you. This is our time to do more developing, because when things get started, it's going to get started in some arenas very quickly and the other arenas very slowly. So this is the time that we need to just sit, relax, learn, develop, grow, try something new, and ask questions, make mistakes, screw up, and we'll work through it. I've been rambling now for about 30 minutes, and that's about as long as I'm going to go. So the podcast will be available. I will send a link out to the podcast so you can listen. You're going to have to download Spotify or the Anchor app to listen to it, but that's okay because you should be able to do so. I will send a YouTube link as well in case you want to see my lovely face while I'm talking. It's great. Please answer the questions on the video. Please work on your own resumes. You can do it from your phone. It's a pain in the tail, but you can do it from your phone with a little patience and a little persistence. Do the webinars. You have to try. We cannot get anywhere if we don't try. And I really want everybody who is listening to me, who will listen to me, to succeed in whatever endeavors that you feel that you want to, progress in. And if all it takes is to practice 5 minutes a day, talking into a microphone or speaking into a camera, what's the harm? I will be posting more links and I'll be posting more things for people to do. And I just need you to participate. And I'm here to encourage you. If you need help, let me know. If you want to tell on me and say that you don't like anything I said, let me know. And my boss, I will tell my boss so she can talk to you. My boss is actually in the Facebook group. Her name is Kenneth. If you want to leave her a message on there, I'm sure she'll reply. Everybody's accessible. So I look forward to hearing from everybody soon. Please, 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 let's try.